According to Zillow, a bathroom remodel yields the biggest return on boosting a home's value. For just some minor cosmetic updates, you'll actually see $1.71 in home value for every dollar you spend. Now, this includes things like paint, refinishing cabinets, swapping mirrors, and updating your hardware. But on the other hand, there are updates that you should avoid, as a badly done bathroom can actually ruin your home sale in the eyes of those prospective home buyers. Now, through the years of many home renovation projects and also helping people buy and sell houses, I can tell you from experience that buyers, they need a good first impression when they tour your home. So if you're thinking about renovating your bathroom, just stop before you start ripping out tile or ordering those fancy new vanities, and let's talk about the biggest bathroom renovations that you should avoid that could actually end up costing you more money and creating long-term problems, or even turn off future home buyers. And stick around, because I'm about to save you from some major regrets that others have learned the hard way. Now, the first thing to avoid is removing that bathtub. Look, I get it. You may not take baths, and that big tub is just taking up space, but removing a bathtub in favor of a shower-only setup can actually hurt your home's value, especially if it's just the only full bath in the house. And on the flip side, don't go and remove the shower and leave the bathtub in the home. Again, if it's the only bathroom in the house, and believe it or not, I have had clients do this only to have to pull the home off the market and install a shower just to help with the sale. And back to the bathtubs, families with young kids, they actually need a tub, and a lot of buyers will actually see this as a deal breaker. Now, the second thing that you need to avoid is overspending on high-end materials and upgrades. Now, I know it's easy to fall in love with those Pinterest perfect-looking bathrooms and all those images on the internet, but you don't want to go and overspend on that renovation and maybe go get marble everything and step up to those really high-end fixtures and order those custom vanities. And also, putting in a custom spa, steam shower, and jetted tubs are just other items that are such big ticket items, and they actually have a real low return on investment. But let's be real here, you don't need to go overboard like that. It is a bathroom, it's exposed to moisture all the time, wear and tear, and those trends that I just spoke about, they do tend to come and go. And instead of spending a fortune on real marble that stains easily, consider high quality quartz or porcelain or granite. It's actually what I use on my projects. You also can buy lower end vanities that won't break the bank, and they look just as nice as the high end custom ones. Also, I can tell you from being with buyers looking, as long as it looks nice, that's all that matters. Most don't even know what high-end cabinets are. Now, I get great cabinets from a place here in the Denver area that actually look custom, and yet they're inexpensive, but they make my projects look great, and I get many compliments on their finishes. Now, when it comes to mirrors as well, you can spend a lot of money on those, and I get what I feel are great looking mirrors for less money, and I'll put that down in the description below. And basically, you'll get the great look without the headache and the expense. And again, I just want to stress though, this is your home and you need to do what makes you feel good and happy. I'm only trying to help save you some money here. Now, the third thing to avoid, poor lighting choices. Yes, lighting can actually make or break your bathroom. If it's too dim, people are going to feel like they can't even see to get ready in there. And if it's too harsh, you're going to feel like you're under a huge spotlight. So what's the best solution here? You can get layered lighting, you can get recessed lights in the ceiling, you can even get good lighting above the mirrors. They even now have mirrors with lights actually in the mirror, in which I will put a link down below on things I have used on all my projects. And trust me, lighting makes a huge difference, so avoid the bad lighting choices altogether. And the fourth thing to avoid, the trendy tiles that can date your bathroom quickly. Remember those old vintage green, brown, and pink tiles in bathrooms back in the days? Exactly. The bold tile trends, they look so good today, but can make your bathroom feel so outdated in just maybe a few years. So instead, Go for those timeless choices, the subway tiles, the neutral tones, and simple patterns. I actually like using subway tiles, and I know some out there will say they're out of style, but I do think they are a timeless classic if you're thinking of resale sometime. And if you're doing it for yourself, again, I'm going to stress go with what you like and what you're happy with, as again, you cannot appeal to everyone. And another recommendation, if you want a pop of your personality in that room, add it to your decor, and you don't have to add it to the permanent fixtures. Now, the fifth thing to avoid is skimping on storage. Now, there's nothing worse than a beautiful remodeled bathroom with zero storage. Those floating vanities and pedestal sinks look sleek, but where are you putting your toiletries, towels, or cleaning supplies? Now, those are good for, say, the half baths, as space is limited in those. So think about adding just a little shelving or some small cabinets of some sort into those areas. But in the full bathrooms, think about the functionality in those vanities with drawers, some built-in shelves, even some recessed medicine cabinets, which I know for people are hit and miss on those, but they're still good options. And home buyers want as much storage as possible. And a bathroom that looks great but doesn't function well will definitely deter future home buyers. And I know you may think people can go make it more functional later, but I'm telling you, a lot of buyers, they don't have the vision when they're walking through your home. So always try to do what you can up front. And if you need help with any of these things I'm addressing in this video, my link's down below. I can set you up with a great real estate agent in your area. Now let's move on to number 6. And you should avoid choosing the wrong flooring in your bathroom. Do you have hardwood in your bathroom? That could be a big mistake. I mean, it looks amazing at first, but let's think about it. Moisture is its worst enemy, and those floors can warp, stain. You can even get mold and turn that nice bathroom renovation into a total nightmare. Now, do you have carpet in your bathroom? I just want to say, and I'm sorry, but that is a huge no-no. I cannot even tell you how many home buyers I worked with that walk into a home and they see carpet in the bathroom, and their first reaction is how gross and dirty it is. And I'm only quoting what a lot of the buyers are saying. And when I do my renovations or I help my sellers, I always suggest a good tile flooring because that's always the safe play in any bathroom. Now, the seventh thing you should avoid, ignoring that ventilation. Yes, this one's actually a huge one. A poorly ventilated bathroom means mold, mildew, and peeling paint, none of which you want or that new buyer if they're looking at your house. And if your bathroom doesn't have a window, invest in a high-quality exhaust fan and don't forget to use it. Otherwise, all that moisture is going to get trapped, and that great renovation, it just isn't going to last long. Now, a lot of homes that I do my renovations on, they don't ever have anything but a window, and adding those exhaust vents with the lighting makes a huge difference. Now, there are many great options out there, and most of them are under $200, and they're not very difficult to install. But I want to tell you, there is some venting that needs to be done. And I'll say a lot of people don't do this. And when they install those vents, they just let them vent into the attic. And that's not a good choice as it always gets called out by home inspectors. So just do it the correct way the first time. And if you're not able to do it, it's really not that expensive to have somebody come over and do a few things and make sure that vent properly vents to the exterior of the home. Now, the eighth thing you should avoid, those cheap fixtures. We've all heard you get what you pay for, right? That's especially when it comes to faucets, shower heads, and hardware. And those bargain bin fixtures, they might save you that money up front, but they could corrode, leak, or even break away a lot earlier than the quality ones. And especially if you're selling your home soon, don't go too cheap. As buyers, they can actually see the quality of things, and this can be a big deterrent. So stick with maybe the new things, the solid brass, or you can get the stainless steel options. I always like to use brushed nickel faucets for all my projects, but just remember, cheap fixtures can equal very expensive problems later. Now, the ninth thing you're going to want to avoid is do-it-yourself plumbing disasters. Now, look, I love a good DIY project, but when it comes to plumbing, you don't want to mess around here. I mean, one small mistake can lead to leaks, water damage, and a whole lot of regret. And let's think about it after you've drywalled everything back in and so forth. The last thing you're going to want to do is go and have to cut up that drywall, patch up some things, and maybe even have to deal with mold mitigation as well. So just make sure if you're doing the plumbing that you know what you're doing. And if you're moving major plumbing, I always suggest just hire a professional. It'll cost more up front, but it's going to save you thousands in repairs down the road. Trust me on that one. Now, the 10th thing you want to avoid is going too bold with colors in the bathroom. Yes, the trendy dark green or that deep navy might look cool, maybe on Instagram, on the internet, or wherever you're looking, but in real life, it can make your bathroom feel smaller and outdated fast. Keep your main colors neutral, like some whites, grays, and some soft blues. And if you want bold colors, just put some towels, rugs, or accessories in the bathroom, and it will make a huge difference. And that way, if you change your mind, that is an easy fix. Well, there you have it, some top bathroom renovations that you should avoid. A bathroom remodel is a big investment, but it also can be a big return. So make sure that you're making the right choices that add value and not a bunch of headaches and huge expense. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to share it with somebody else who could benefit from it, or maybe they need some home renovation tips. And also, if you've made some mistakes on any renovations, please leave some comments. I'd love to hear what others had just to help everybody that is watching the video as well. Please stay tuned for the next video coming up on these popular trends that actually date your home.